Okay, we are going to explore how the language of agriculture perfectly preserve the community heritage. It is not just about farming, but it is a living archive of knowledge. Good day, I am Salvador P. Basio Jr. from West Visayas State University, main campus at La Paz, Iloilo City, Philippines. And together with me is Dr. Sage, one of the author of this study. And our study titled Harvesting Heritage, an Ethno-Linguistic Study of Traditional Pineapple Farming in the Philippines. And for the information, this is the first study of our project titled Pagtitipon ng mga leksikon sa pagtatanim, isang ethno-linguistikong pag-aaral. So ito ay ang pag-aaral na aking ilalahad ngayon ay isa sa 4 na pag-aaral at yung kasunod na pag-aaral nito ay tungkol sa ethno-linguistikong pag-aaral sa pagtatanim ng tubo. Ang pangatlo ay ethno-linguistikong pag-aaral sa pagtatanim ng mais at ang pang-apat ay ang pagbuo at pagtataya ng isin na larawang glosaryo ng mga leksikon sa pagtatanim ng pinya, tubo at mais. Next slide po. Agriculture is not merely a form of labor. It is also a communicative practice in which activities are coordinated, knowledge is transmitted, and cultural meanings are reinforced through everyday interaction. In Pasig City, widely known as the Sweet City at the heart of Panay, pineapple farming remains a vital source of livelihood, particularly in the mountainous community of Barangay Mulapula. In Mulapula, traditional farming practices continue to shape the community's identity, preserve local knowledge, and strengthen relationship across generation. Next slide. Local agricultural knowledge is seldom preserved in formal manuals. Rather, it is embedded in everyday practice and transmitted through observation, participation, and social interaction. However, documentation efforts in Western Visayas have often emphasized what communities known, such as local plant names and farming terms, while giving less attention on how agricultural work is actually organized through task sequencing, tool use, coordinated labor, and context-based evaluative judgment. Next slide. This study responds to the need of a process-anchored account of farming language by examining how local terms, expressions, and interactional practices are embedded in the actual performance of agricultural work. Moreover, although Filipino values are commonly associated with farming communities, they are seldom traced directly to specific forms of language, communication, and social interaction through which farmers coordinate tasks, transmit knowledge, and sustain relationship in their daily routines. Next slide po. This ethno-linguistic study aimed to document and analyze the language used in traditional pineapple farming in Pasig City, Iloilo. Specifically, it sought to answer 3 primary questions. 1, what are the traditional pineapple farming practices and how are they transmitted? Second, what ethno-linguistic terms are used and how are they learned? And third, what Filipino values are evident and passed down through farming discourse? Anchored in constructionism and symbolic interactionism, this study employed rapid ethnography as its methodology. This focus, a time-efficient ethnographic approach, enabled the researchers to immerse themselves directly in the farmers' daily activities, observe their practices in their natural setting, and engage with them through meaningful interaction. By participating in their work and listening to their stories, the researchers were able to view farming from the farmer's perspective and understand how knowledge, practices, and cultural meaning are constructed, negotiated, and shared through social interaction. Next slide po. Okay na. This study involves 6 purposefully selected farmers, namely Andy Laura Mon Ongkok Herney, are the 6 purposely chosen participants. And the age average of these participants is 75 years old and 36 years old. And out of these 6, Andy is one of the eldest, which focus on pineapple farming for 65 years. Data was gathered through participant observation, in-depth interviews, and artifact documentation following a 4-phase process: preliminary planning, active data gathering, thematic analysis, and its application. Next slide po. These slides illustrate pineapple farming as a continuous 10-month cycle. In the first month, farmers prepare the land by plowing and clearing weeds to create a healthy foundation for planting. During the second month, the pineapple shoots are planted with proper spacing and straight alignment. From the third to the 8th month, farmers focus on crop growth through fertilizing, weeding, and other care practices. By the 9th month, the pineapples are ready for the harvesting through coordinated cutting, bundling, and hauling. In the 10th month, farmers manage the remaining shoots and prepare the field for the next cycle or next production cycle. Overall, the pineapple farming is not simply a sequence of activities, it is a continuous cycle of care, knowledge, and tradition. Next slide. Okay, so the next slide, now these slides present the 6 stages: the land preparation, planting preparation, and planting stage. Since I came from the Barrio Malapula, and I'm one of the farmer also before, no, bago ako maging guro. So ito na rin yung ginagawa ko. That is why nagkaroon ako ng ganitong ideya na ito yung pag-aralan ko, kasi sa totoo lang wala pong mga nakabind na mga aklat kaugnay dito doon sa aming lugar mismo sa Pasig City. At isa ito, no, na makatutulong sa palagay ko pagkatapos ng mga pag-aaral na ito, na makakatulong hindi lamang sa mga estudyante roon, kundi pati na rin sa aming bayan. Okay. Next slide. Next slide po. Next slide po, ma'am. The findings revealed that pineapple farming is not a series of isolated tasks, but an interconnected cycle that moves from land preparation and planning, crop care, harvesting and post-harvesting activities. Knowledge within the cycle of transmitted through what may be described as open practice, where younger members learn directly in the field by observing, participating, and gradually taking on responsibilities. They learn through gapanilag, they observe, or closely watching how experienced farmers perform its tasks, and gasunod, or following the guidance and example of elders. Through this hands-on process, they acquire not only technical skills, but also timing, standards, and judgment needed to perform the work properly. So, ito yung ginagawa ng kabataan doon hanggang sila ay matuto kung paano ba yung pagtatanim. Next slide. And here are some the ethno-linguistic term, okay, from arado, which is commonly na ginagamit during the land preparation, at tulad ng iba, bagaso, saha, bugkos, and maloo. So ito lahat ay bahagi ng yung mga leksiko na ito ay bahagi ng pagtatanim ng pinya. And next slide. And some other ethno-linguistic terms in pineapple farming, the abaga, the batch by batch, hanggang batch by batch. So yung abaga na tinutukoy natin dito ay yung yung palugit, no, mula dito hanggang doon sa kabila, or the row, tama? I mean the row, no. And yung siki or the foot, no, na ginagamit para sa palugit ng isang punong ng pinya hanggang sa isa pa. Okay, some other terms. Sige pa, next po. Next, binangon hanggang sa gabulubuklod. Okay, next slide. Ginatudluan hanggang sa karito. Okay, so ginagamit sa sa mga preservation, transmission hanggang harvesting na mga stage natin. Next po. Okay, karo or karusa, maluo. Next po. Marka hanggang pulo. Next po. Sako, suhol. Next. Uhot and mga kabataan or bata. Next po. Okay, and in this slide, Filipino values that found in pineapple farming. So based on the informants, these are the values that generated from those transcripts. So bayanihan, pakikipagkapwa-tao, next slide. Pagiging pagiging masinop at may karong disiplina. Next slide. Pagpapahalaga sa karanasang praktikalidad at malasakit at kaligtasan. Okay, so ito po yung mga Filipino values na nakikita or nakalap mula doon sa mga informante natin. Next slide. Okay, for the conclusion, this study concludes that traditional pineapple farming in Barangay Mulapula is both a livelihood and a cultural system. Farming knowledge is passed on mainly through observation, apprenticeship, participation, and real-time guidance. The local Hiligaynon farming terms, together with values such as pakikipagkapwa, bayanihan, pakikisama, respeto, at malasakit help preserve this knowledge across generation. However, modernization and changing labor patterns may threaten continuity of this practice. Therefore, the study recommends documenting local farming terms and narratives, integrating them into educational and extension materials, and strengthening youth immersion and mentorship program. Agricultural innovation and policies should also respect local knowledge to preserve both cultural heritage and sustainable farming practices for future generation. And to end, the farming lexicon is a living archive of indigenous knowledge and social organization, demonstrating how language sustains livelihood practices amid changing economic and environmental conditions. Madamo gid nga salamat sa pagpamati at maayong aga sa liwat.